I love the way my body's moving to the beat. I love the way it's close to me.
Welcome to another exciting Nifty City video. Last year we brought you the 370Z, which is a really fun project. We had so much fun with it due to popular demand. You guessed it. We're bringing you the 350Z this year. 14.5 inch screen, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, and your usual Qualcomm processor. You guys asked a lot, you were very persistent, and you're getting it. We're gonna have so much fun with this today. It's going to include the fascia with it this time round. It's going to be suitable for, of course, left hand and right hand drive, with both gauges facing two different ways, left hand and right hand, easily changeable from the back. 4 screws. We have a piece of plastic that will most likely go underneath the screen to support other certain plastics in the car. And then we have the fun part, the wiring. We'll take you through all that and we'll get started. Let's have some fun with the 350Z. Here we are, we're in the 350Z, the screen, the Z. We're all gonna have different type of dashboards. 350Zs are quite old now, so some of you are gonna have the cubby like this, and a aftermarket head unit like a Sony, Kenwood, Pioneer, etc. Some of you might have changed the whole dashboard out already. Some of you have a screen here. Some of you have factory navigation. Some of you don't. We're all gonna have different type of dashboards. That's the point here. So take this installation very slowly. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're gonna do is drop that shift lock. Could be different from manuals, of course. Move over the gear knob shifter. Slice this little circle up, very easy. And then this plastic piece right here is a one piece. It ends right over here and it just pops up with a dash removal tool. There's a connector behind the gauges that you must remove. And once we have the whole piece out, there we go. We have an aftermarket head unit here. We have the factory cubby here. We don't need to do anything else except move the factory gauges onto the new screen and fascia over here. Let's go ahead and disconnect these, the factory gauges, and then we'll go ahead and move them to the Nifty City Tesla style fascia. Here I have with me the Nifty City Tesla style screen and the factory gauges. Now, if your factory gauges are not fitting correctly, it's because you're not using the correct fascia for the gauges. See how it says the letter R here? That's for right hand drive. There's another piece that comes in the Nifty package, L for left hand drive. Since we're here in Australia, we're using right hand drives. Once you've screwed this down, look on the other side to make sure it's all good there. If you had any aftermarket screens installed in your 350Z, you do need to go ahead and disconnect the looms that came with that aftermarket head unit. We'll be using the looms that came with the Nifty City Tesla style screen. If you don't have your factory connectors or they're all chopped up, I highly suggest getting it back to factory, go to the wreckers, buy some factory looms, replace them in order to convert with the Nifty City harness that's provided. Okay, I've gathered the Nifty City harness, which is just over here. Very nice and easy. There's 2 connectors which go to your factory connectors right over here, and you have the ground wire which must be grounded. This is a good ground right over here. This is what I suggest first, is connecting the harness up. You also have this connector which is part of the Nifty City harness. This is for the steering wheel controls. You'll need to connect this under the steering here to have steering controls, which are usually here for the later models, I believe after 2006. And I have the connector ready to be thrown into the back of the unit once I want to mount the unit. I've also gone ahead and connected the aftermarket subs. If you have factory speakers, it'll run through the main harness like normal. The radio antenna, factory radio antenna. This is the aftermarket reverse camera, power into back, and then the signal into CCDV. And then this will connect to the Nifty City Tesla style screen. And then you can go ahead and plug them all into the screen. Don't forget your accessories and peripherals, USB inputs, antennas to strengthen the signal between your phone and the screen, SIM card slot if you want to have constant internet connection to the screen. Then you have the microphone connected to the Tesla style screen, and then you have the GPS. The GPS is optional, you don't need to use this. The screen for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto navigation will use the GPS of your phone, not this GPS over here. Let's go ahead and mount the screen. Now guys, once you go ahead and get to the last piece where you're connecting the AC controllers, if the screen does not sit flush with the trim of the AC controllers, there's two pieces for the fascia of the gauges up the top and a fascia for the bottom. Make sure you go ahead and test this fascia on your AC controller trim and make sure you find the right one. Once you find the right one, go ahead and use that with the fascia of the Nifty City Tesla style screen, and it should sit flush with the screen just like that. There we go. Now don't commit to putting the car back together. Test the screen, make sure everything works. Are you happy? Put it together. Let's go ahead and boot up the car for the first time. Okay, so this is the first time booting up the screen, so of course it's loading everything. Just give it some time. I'm just doing it on my phone wirelessly. Go to the Bluetooth app, connect it here in the Bluetooth app, and then go back to Car Auto. Tap on GT6BT C051. Could be different for you. I'm just doing it here on the phone, and then I can go ahead and lock the phone and put it away. I'm not going to play audio, guys, due to copyright reasons. So as you can see, you still have the factory AC controls all working still. Has nothing to do with the screen, it's separate. This will still be its own thing. Here you have the music player functions. Here's all the apps. We have the factory gauges. Now, from my point of view, I can see these perfectly fine. I am taller than 1.72 meters, so I can see them perfectly fine. So we've tested Apple CarPlay to make sure it's all working, and it's working perfectly fine, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and test other features. Factory radio, let's go ahead and test that. That's all working, which is great. Let's test the reverse camera, aftermarket reverse camera, and ensure it's all working, which it is, which is great. We have file browser, onboard digital equalizer, which is awesome. We can play around with that. And then you have Sirius XM, settings, general other apps, and any other apps you want to access through Google Play Store.